Hello, happy time zone. Work really kicked my butt this week. So I'm looking forward to playing this. My throat is a little bit scratchy. But I have some tea and some cough drops. Let's get into it. Continue. I moved my little PNG tuber. I think this is gonna be a better spot. I hope it's gonna be a better spot. Alright, cough drop. I'm trying to remember what we were doing last time. Sorry, it's been a while since I recorded last. What were we doing last? I think that we just defeated Sloggoth. Okay, here we are in chapter 5. Let's head to Astrisill's bunker. Yeah, so this must be right after the battle. Take stock of the coop. You and your friends, with help from the remaining hammers, manage to drag Astrisill to her sleeping room. The elder opens her eyes. We'll be outside. The hammers exit, shrinking from the elder's angry gaze. Astrisill turns to look at you. Thank you. Tell her it was my pleasure. Remind her that she exiled me to the sharps. Shrug off her thanks. Tell her it was my pleasure. Astrisill rolls her eyes, then grows thoughtful for a moment. She seems to appreciate your gracious acknowledgement more than she means to show. We have 20 surviving monsterlings, not counting the 4 of us in the coterie. But you did a lot of damage to the coop's walls when you drove the gang away, Elder. How many of those adolescents did I kill? You killed 4 of the hammers, Elder. Tell Astrisill she could have killed more if she wasn't so stupid and slow. Tell Astrisill she should have been more careful. She almost stomped on so many monsterlings. Astrisill cringes and nods to you. Lindity also nods. I didn't want to say it myself, but you could have wiped out most of your charges. Also, Sloggoth is dead. Meet the new leader of the hammers, she points at you. Oh. The hammers, who are still alive, shouldn't be a threat. They obey their new boss, after all. Astrisill looks up at you with a neutral expression. You feel monstrous pride swell within you. You grin insouciantly? I gotta look up what that word means. I've never seen that word before. Define insouciantly. In a way that does not stay the same throughout. In a way that is at variance with one's principles or former behavior. In a way that is not compatible or in keeping with something. Oh, it changed it to inconsistently. God damn it. Insouciant. To act insouciantly means to do something in a carefree, unconcerned, or nonchalant way, showing a lack of worry or anxiety, often in a lighthearted or breezy manner, as if nothing troubles you. No. Growl lean closer, show arm not to be trifled with, imitate Astrisill's usual dismissive snort, remain stoic, and don't act on my pride. We still have some brains left. You are as cool as the proverbial cucumber. Astrisill seems to respect your aura of commanding calm. We want to help, Elder. How? We want to help make the coop safe again. Do that by making the hammers stay away. Those semi-feral adolescents will inevitably dine at the coop buffet. They'll betray their new leader and devour every monsterling. Invite her to help prevent that. Astrisill considers. Lindity and Gory nod in satisfaction at your respectful request, though Ruck and Rancid don't seem to care. I expect you'll betray me, but that's better than being shut out. The average monster would have taken advantage of my injuries by now, so maybe I should trust you. But with my idiotic little nasties, they might flee the danger they can see and end up in worse jaws or something much worse. The elder pulls herself up in a fit of coughing. Help her. Astrisill swats you away with what little strength she can muster. Leave me be. Astrisill finishes coughing and straightens up a little. She breathes in and out, then one long inhalation. Astrisill's eyes move from you to Lindidi to the rest of the coterie, then back to you. Her claws flex again and again as she considers. Astrisill lets out a breath. She slumps down again and lets her claws hang limp. I didn't build this coop alone. You and your pretend friends will need help. Pretend friends? Instead of calling yourself a leader, you should go lead. Guards will come and collect new adolescents. Do not let them see how bad things are. Clean up the rubble outside and fix the gate quickly. Astrisill points. Lindidi, open that chest. I need to take a baby. What? What? Lindidi opens the chest and rubbages through the acid-worn lumps of pink plastic. She withdraws a small, chubby human doll. The sight of it is a calming influence. Bring that here. Astrisill sniffs, her jaw working as though chewing on something that isn't there yet. The doll is so worn down it looks like a grub. The little doll seems to look at you somehow. The doll seems to soundlessly beg you to eat it. Your body craves the doll as you craved food at your hungriest. Oh no! Shit! I misclicked! Is it too late? It's probably too late. Okay. Made it back. Finished my cough drop. I have my tea. Let's study what Astrisill does with this baby doll. Astrisill grabs the figure and swallows it whole. You sleep that night. Your sleep that night is only a little restful, but you do get some. Sleep. Alright, tussle ground. See how things are going. Okay, we have a lot to do to get this place safe again. Right now, pharaohs and gangs can just walk in and grab monsterlings without repairs. They'll eat them alive. Eat them all, sorry. We could do a lot of the repairs with monsterlings. 20 monsterlings left, plus the coterie. Listen closely. There's just one sheet of dusty rock that just needs to be rolled closer, so it could be the base of other things. You can do that right now if you want. Do that right now. You jog over, put your shoulder against the sheet of rock, and tilt it into place. Woo! Dust spreads across the area, making monsterlings cough and wheeze. Nice! But aside from a few obvious things, I'm not exactly sure what to do. Any ideas? The group of monsterlings working at the wall are not doing so well. One monsterling chews on a piece of metal grating, winces at as his teeth crack, then chews again. Lift up the heavy metal grating and lay it across one of the smaller gaps in the wall. Stop the monsterling from hurting himself. You grunt slightly with the effort, and but when you're done, the walls look a little better. That's the spirit, but you can't do everything. Maybe Astrisill can tell us how to make monsterlings less stupid, too. Let's go see her. Lindidi can do what she wants, but I'm going to take a nap. I'll try to put things in order out here, then we can see her later. Let's just go see her right away. I almost feel... Oh, well, I guess we're going. Shoot. Dang it. I'm not awake enough. You hear a hork. Sounds echoing as you enter Astrisill's bunker. Sound making you hungry. That sound is so disgusting. Lindidi looks just as uncomfortable as the horking continues, but she squares her shoulders and moves on. Astrisill lies prone on her nest of rubble and scraps. She heaves and retches into her mouth. Ew. Astrisill pulls something from her mouth, another pink plastic baby, damaged but still recognizable. Seeing the baby is so calming, yet stimulating. Astrisill answers Lindidi's first few questions while you bask in the warmth of the doll has brought you. Astrisill glares at you and her eyes narrow to pinpoints of contempt. I know I didn't mean to come in here. You again. I thought I made myself clear before. I don't want you here. You have been a bigger pain than my injuries. Apologize to Astrisill. Astrisill considers your apology, then nods with a satisfied expression. Thank you, Elder Astrisill. That actually helps me a lot. Lindeti tugs at your arm. How about we let her sleep, and maybe she'll be more cheerful when she wakes up. You begin to drift off to sleep that night with the image of angry Astrisill in your mind. She's not so scary. You sleep well without fear. Okay, let's go to the gate. Inspect the coop walls. You inspect the coop wall. The repairs are ongoing, but they could be better. Biribiri is yelling something near the most damaged area. Boss, good, you're here. I found all the weak spots like you wanted. Praise her profusely for doing my bidding. You emphasize Biribiri's inquisitive mind and keen perception. Biribiri gives a little laugh, then grows serious again. Very serious. But this monsterling won't stop butting in. She has ideas. Lindeti waves a paw at you from behind Biribiri. Concrete! You made that word up. No, I heard it in my head. Okay, then what is this concrete anyway? I have absolutely no idea. Well, if you have no idea, where are you getting ideas? It makes no logical sense. Well... Biribiri shoves Lindeti to the ground, using her greater size to pin the monsterling down. Give Biribiri a smack, you don't hurt my friends. You knock Biribiri flying. All her breath is driven out of her when she lands. Biribiri looks up at you with a familiar look in her eyes. The Hammers used to look at Sloggoth this way, behind his back. Oh. Concrete is a composite material. Fine and coarse aggregates. Yeah. Lindeti leaps into the air, swiping at nothing with her claws. Bonded together with fluid cement that hardens over time. I think I understand. Give them both some encouragement, lean back and let things happen as they will. Concentrate intently on the information Lindeti is spouting. Learn. As Lindeti goes on, you find yourself nodding more and more. You can almost hear the things Lindeti is saying in your head before she says them. Wow, boss, you're pretty smart too. Heh. Increase my max brains. My massive brain. Not as smart as Lindeti, though. So if we take some of the sand, mix it with slime, and a little of my berry juice, we can make a paste to hold the rocks together. Yes, this will be much better than just wet sand. Boss, we can do this, but it'll take a lot less time if we have some monsterlings to help. But we need to make sure they don't eat the mix. The berry juice will make it tasty, but the sand might kill them. Better safe than sorry, no monsterlings on this yet. Let's risk some monsterlings. This is the outside wall. I don't want to be stuck in a position where we didn't do enough preparations. I'm sure we can supervise them well enough to keep them from eating stuff. She doesn't look sure. Biribiri and Lindeti run away, cackling. As you go about your business, you see Lindeti and Biribiri digging a pit, filling it with sand and other things, and mixing it all together. By nightfall, they're applying the mixture to the walls. You notice that they're applying some of your ideas, too. Reviewing how you helped the two smart monsters make better concrete eases you to an excellent period of rest. I feel like they're giving us all these stats back because we're about to have another fight. Prepare for coop wall repairs. You survey the busy crowd near the coop gate. Repairs are coming along well, more or less. But there's one problem. If what Lindeti said is true, it's the noise of the repairs. Oh, I missed reading something, didn't I? Sound carries far in the sharp. Oh, it's loud. Feral adolescents and other gangs have been slipping around already. Your hammers have already had to chase a few off. Someone has to keep watch on the walls while the work is happening. Gorogo is good at climbing and isn't afraid of heights, but look. Gorogo lazes about, staring in the distance at the distant ceiling of the cavern. Rowbeat politely ask, don't look good. Use my rotation with the hammers and just ask Gorogo to watch out from on high. Your high reputation makes this easy. Will do, boss. Gorogo trots over to the wall and climbs up to a good vantage point. Gorogo creeps carefully along the top of the wall. He moves slowly, stepping around gaps where the wall is especially damaged. You turn to the next item on Lindeti's list. Snargle has already volunteered to check nearby hiding spots and patrol the area. But looking around, you see that Snargle's not doing that. Snargle is sitting just outside the coop, plucking legs off a medium-sized beetle. Snargle looks up as you approach. She lifts the beetle towards her mouth. Hi boss. Just a little snack. Got up to, keep my strength. For patrolling and such. Carl and Snargle's respect for me and have her start patrolling. Eat Snargle's beetle, let her finish the snack. Oh, that sneeze snuck up on me, sorry. Hold on Snargle's respect for me and have her start patrolling. Snargle nods. She starts scanning the area forthwith, your high reputation at work. Snargle is out scouting, and Garogo is atop the wall. This should go well. You continue down the list of repair preparations. Someone needs to perform the onerous task of finding the spots most in need of repair. Biri-Biri's not doing anything right now, and she seems smart enough for the task. Just do it myself. Promise Biri-Biri extra food if she gets this done for me. Likes me just ask her to perform the evaluation. I don't know if she does. After what we did, promise Biri-Biri extra food. You strike a hard bargain, boss. She gets to work walking slowly along the wall. We have to remember to give Biri-Biri extra food. The assembled monsterlings get to work hauling small bits of rubble away and moving boards for the more dexterous hammers to put in place. At one point, you hear Snargle call something up to Garogu, who points and yells. Don't worry, boss. Just some ferals. We scared them off before they could grab any monsterlings. Garogu does not have a solid voice, I'm sorry. Good thing I was up here and Snargle isn't out there. We always make a good team, you know. Tell Garogu and Snargle they're your best hammers. Garogu puffs up and struts around the top of the wall. He almost stumbles when he steps on a cracked area and it collapses beneath him. Snargle, you hear that? The boss values us. We're awesome. With that done, all you need now is for someone to start hauling the fallen pieces of wall from outside the coop gate. Rocket's out there now, licking at beetles, juices from the ground where Snargle was eating earlier. Beetle juices from. Call on our friendship. Motivate the crowd by loudly reminding everyone. Just do it myself. Call on our friendship. Yes, I can do this. Ruck gets to work with enthusiasm, a result of your warm friendship. The pieces of wall are now piled high inside the gate, ready to be used on the repairs. Everything seems to be going well. I don't know, 28 out of 100 does not feel great. Let's check out... I want to make sure we can give Biri-Biri extra food, but let's check out the gate first. Oh, deal with a visitor? What's this? Distribute food to everyone. Consultant Diddy regarding the walls. I'm gonna do this because I want to make sure that Biri-Biri gets food. What if it's we can only choose one? The gate then. Then Diddy ticks numbers off on her claws. She's getting faster and more accurate every time you see her do it. We've made a lot of progress. We've made progress, but there's still a lot to do. We're losing monsterlings. Not all, but some. Yeah, Rancid, you're right. We lost another one last night. Too many weak spots and openings. Ferals can still sneak in sometimes. Short moment of silence for the lost monsterlings. Resolve to work harder to protect my charges. And Diddy nods to you solemnly. The alarm bell rings. Ruck's voice booms down from the roof of the bunker. It's an elder! Monsterlings and adolescents scuttle out of sight, feeling from the cracks and gaps remaining in the coop walls. Oh, it's Gatrat. Astrisill? You haven't sent word in a while. I didn't come all the way. Oh wait, he had a really deep voice, didn't he? I didn't come all the way out here for nothing. Open the gate. Rancid and Lindity run back and forth, trembling at the sound of the elder's powerful voice. Boss, Astrasill's too weak to come out of her bunker, and if this elder comes into the coop, he'll see how bad things are. He could do anything. Shout a lie. Astrasill is out hunting in the sharps. I rather doubt that. We have an appointment, and she has never missed a meeting. Gatrag kicks the wall next to the coop gate. The force of the Elder's kick cracks some of the stone at the top of the wall, ruining some of the recent repair work. A frightened monsterling falls on the outside of the wall. I don't have a grappling hook, awesome acrobatic skills, or super strength. The monsterling shrieks several times and freezes in terror as Gatrag steps closer to him. Oh, you're hurt, little one. Don't worry. I'll stop the pain. Chomp. The fallen monsterling is no more. No more pain. He burps. Gatrag starts pacing back and forth outside the coop. Astrisill! Astrisill! Rancid shrugs, writhes, and twists into an Astrisill-like shape. A tiny Astrisill-like shape. Unless he was really, really far away, that is not going to work. Maybe the voice? Rancid inhales and flexes their arms, expanding their torso. They lean forward as though looming over imaginary monsterlings. You can't come in, because... Rancid looks to you for guidance. Feel Rancid lie about being sick. Have Rancid say he's very busy. Have Rancid say I still can't stand Gatrag. Lie about being sick. An elder falling ill? Interesting. I'll surely need to help you. Lindity and Gory sneak up and join you. Maybe we can help. I certainly can. What's going on in there? Who just said certainly? Gatrag scrutinizes the gate wall. Wasn't this wall repaired after that puppet show attack a while ago? He's gonna come in. What do I say? Have Rancid tell him we're renovating? There's disease in here. We're renovating. Renovations. Wait, what? I tire of this prevarication. Let's look that word up. Define. Prevarication. Not figuring everything today. Nope, not preservation. Prevarication. The use of ambiguous or evasive language or behavior to conceal the truth or avoid committing oneself. Ah, you are bothering me much more than usual, Astrisill. Gatrag approaches a broken part of the wall and studies it. I don't want to break your gate, especially if you have renovations underway. Gatrag feels around but can't feel a big enough gap to climb through. He sighs in frustration. I don't know what's gotten into you, Astrisill, but fine, I'll leave you be. I'm sure someone will want this plastic baby. I don't have super speed, I'm not a super genius, and I still don't have super strength. Gatrag stomps away. The coop is safe, for now. Tell everyone they did a good job. The other monsters are exhausted from sheer terror, but they brighten up a little at your words. That night, you have trouble getting Gatrag's voice out of your head. He was so powerful and scary. While you might be able to get some sleep, most of the coop's other denizens are too agitated after the Elder's menacing visit to do so. Ooh. Sleep as much as I can. Get up and stand guard all night to reassure the other monsters. You inspire enough confidence that at least half the coop's population is able to sleep after all. Okay, now let's go to this stone stump table. The crowd is gathered around the stone stump table. Some of the hammers are dumping out the food they've gathered. There's a lot on the table, but you notice some of the adolescents are already full. Snargle and Garogu are the usual suspects. You're sure they ate their fill before they brought the food here. Pull Snargle and Garogu inside and quietly admonish them. When you ask them if they're hungry, the hammers just look at each other confused. Snargle seems to get it, but she doesn't enlighten Garogu. Don't push this any further. Monsterlings gather around you at the table, keeping a respectful distance. The hungry monsterlings watch you expectantly. It looks like there isn't enough food for everyone. Let the monsterlings eat before I do. You restrain yourself and distribute the food evenly. The well-fed monsterlings move with more vigor and strength than before. One energetic monsterling picks up a small chunk of rubble and starts hauling it toward the coop gate. Other monsterlings join in, following your earlier instructions without protest. You still get a meal afterward, though it could have been bigger. When feeding time is done, Berry and Lindity approach you. Berry has an idea about mixing things before adding fire. Right, we talked about cooking. Boss, remember when I was talking about mashed berries back when you were just one of the hammers? You said it was a good idea, so I kept working on it, and here it is. Try it for... what was it called? Science! For science! Berry drops the lump of congealed slime and mashed berries into your paw. It's as clammy as it is sticky. Make yourself try it. The first bite is sour and bitter and... sweet? Your stomach begins to hurt. Your pain spreads, then fades, replaced by a feeling of power. I got the culinary master achievement. The taste is so memorable. Let's get started making more. Everybody will want some. Berry and Lindity run off to start implementing the idea. That night, you discover that Berry's invention also helps you sleep better. Perfect. Okay, Astrasill's bunker. Alright, here we go. Lindity draws lines in the dirt, muttering to herself and counting on her claws. We haven't lost any masterlings in the last day. The walls are getting better now. They still need lots of repairs, though. I know you two aren't getting along, but I think we need to see Astrisill again. Astrisill looks up as you enter the bunker. Astrisill throws a chunk of rock. It barely misses your head. Lindity, why did you bring this monster back down here? I will not tolerate such a rude presence. Sigh, bow, and apologize sincerely for my sins. Even though I don't have any. Astrisill nods at the gesture. She considers for a moment. Her expression lightens, but not much. An apology is a start. I've been apologizing every time I see you! Perhaps I won't eject you the next time you come, but for now, we're done here. You can feel Astrasill's eyes bore into your back as you depart. You return, blinking, to the semi-brightness outside the bunker. There's still plenty of day left. Do something productive for the rest of the day. You look over the coop. There seems to be 2 things that need doing. Walk around the walls and do lots of little things. Walk around and move a few big, heavy objects. Yes, let's do that, because the monsterlings can't do that. Oh no, you're a bit sore by the end of the day, but you've rearranged things so the hammers and monsterlings can get more work done. You rummage up a few mushrooms and worms and swallow them with some of Berry's berry paste. You sleep very soundly. Ooh, hammer camp. See why Lindity is dancing. Lindity twitches and turns her head back and forth. Lindity's body is thinner, but her eye stalks are so thick they're barely stalks anymore. Itchy! Is it just me or is everybody itching? She's beginning to transform. Remind her that I've gotten through this alive. She smiles, showing you all of her teeth. Actually, Lindity's teeth do look bigger. Lindity falls down and kicks out. Lindity scratches herself with her claws. The wounds allow her flesh to expand past her hide, then heal almost instantly as new skin grows. Lindity writhes on the ground, alternating between snarls and groans. Eventually, she grows quiet again. Lindity pushes herself back, upright, with arms that are noticeably longer than before. Something about Lindity's stripes are different, too. Doesn't itch anymore. Hurts now. Lindity reaches out with sharper, longer claws. Comfort her through the pain. Lindity flinches at first and recognizes that you're trying to help her. Lindity falls down again. She stares, unseeing, at the cavern ceiling. A few of the hammers approach, staring nervously at the new Lindity. Thort comes closer. You know, boss, a few of us were thinking, we haven't had a really good meal in ages. We could crush Lindity's skull with a rock. There's pretty good eating inside a smart monster's skull. Your monstrous instincts rise, not to protect Lindity, but to punish this challenge to your authority. The other adolescents watch you carefully. Call on the gang's respect for me and simply wave him away. Tell Thort no and explain why. You control the impulse to hurt Thort and begin explaining why his question was a bad one. You tell him that Lindity is your friend, part of your Kotoki, and a benevolent monster. Your blood is roaring in your ears as you digress with an explanation of loyalty and why it's desirable. Thort shrugs and gives you an impudent look. That's great, boss. Just great, but I'm bored now. His shell looks red through the blood filling your eyes. Show my anger, but don't hurt Thort. Thort suddenly realizes how close he is to disaster. Thort scuttles back and finds himself trapped against the coop wall. I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so rude to you. The other hammers hoot and laugh at Thort. Linditty eventually awakens. She looks at her arms, her belly, her flanks. This is different. Linditty turns to look at your paw, narrowing her large eyes. There's a gray splotch on your arm. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. Roar that, of course I'm hungry. What does she think? Tell her that I just have a lot on my mind. You felt the hunger she's feeling yourself. It will pass, but for a little while it will overwhelm her mind. If Linditty eats quickly, it will make her stronger, but there's no food at the stone stump table right now, and no time to forage or hunt. Let Linditty take a huge bite of my arm. Chomp. Linditty chews and swallows a chunk of your flesh. Linditty looks more solid now. Linditty is still weak, but she seems more coherent now. Linditty points at the gray spot on your arm. You're feeling a little weak yourself. That blotch means you've transformed for the last time. You're still aging faster than the rest of us. I don't think you're going to be an elder. That gray stuff, it's too late for you, I think. Stay calm and ask her how long I've got. I don't know. Everybody's different, so I can't just multiply some numbers. This is one case where the metric system can't help at all. Linditty touches your arm, trying to reassure you. Contain my instinctive rage and accept the kind gesture. I'd say it's going to be alright, but I don't like lying to my friends. Oh, Salt and Slime, your wound. I'm so sorry. Linditty's lips curl and her eyes grow damp. I don't like the idea of not having you with us. Tell her that death is a part of life for every monster. But it's so fast. That would scare me more than 10 crazed elders. A large spider scuttles into view, then runs up the nearest coop wall. Linditty's eyes narrow as she turns to follow the spider's progress. Linditty's stomach growls. I guess I still have room for food after all. Linditty stumbles away in pursuit of the spider. Recognizing she's just leaving an uncomfortable situation, forgive her, carry a small grudge. No. You're a good friend. You hope she remembers you that way. Your body's passing weakness passes, for now. You have a little of Biri's berry paste and get a good night's sleep. Let's check out the inner wall. Stay on top of repairs. You walk the walls of the coop inside and out. Touch a thing here and a thing there. Make sure small improvements. Let's again see if there's anything heavy that I need. You notice a few piles of poorly positioned gravel. Throwing all your weight into the effort, you move most of the gravel a few paces closer to the work area. Linditty has also been doing good work. Now that she's an adolescent, everyone is more likely to listen to her, even when you're not around. Monsterlings are working, here and there and everywhere. Many of the workers have gotten pretty good at this stuff. Some, however, are trying to split rocks in half with their bare paws. Take time to explain how to do it right, yell at the stupid monsterlings, yawn, let them do it. You can remember, smash a bigger rock. Let's take time to explain how to do it right. You demonstrate how to hit rocks with other rocks instead of hurting their own paws. Not all of the monsterlings understood your lesson, but others get it right away. The coop gate is looking pretty good. A few holes near the bottom have been patched now, so monsterlings can't squirm underneath. Find the monsterlings who did the best work and tell the others to do as they did. Pick somebody who just looks like the right monster. No. It takes some questioning and searching, but you locate a pair of monsterlings who seem to be responsible. They smile and clap their paws as you single them out. As the day wears on, the repair continues, little by little and lot by lot. How is it going today, really? You add things up in your head. You have guided the workers to an amazing level of effort and competence. You can't see any way the repairs could be going better at this point. The gate looks like it could stop anything short of an elder. The walls have been very few gaps in them, and the monsterlings are working together, not against each other. You pause and stretch, looking at the walls. There's still some light left in the day, and there's always more work to do. Nothing fancy, just a lot of lifting and hauling. Haul the biggest rocks around the wall so workers can get more work done before dark. Yes. You tire yourself a bit while rearranging the rocks. Things are looking good. Enough work for the day. You prepare to rest. A mouthful of berryberry's paste helps warm your stomach. It still doesn't taste good, but its nutritive value is unquestionable. You are able to sleep in perfect comfort. The tussle ground. Accept a gift from Snargle and Garoga. You walk from one side of the coop to the other, noting the places where there's still damage to repair. Boss! Boss! She and Garogu run up to you, hauling a bag between them. Boss, we have a surprise for you. Wait patiently for them to reveal their gift. Garogu grunts as he lifts up the bag. The bag grunts too. Oh, boss, everyone can tell you've got a lot on your mind, so we asked ourselves, how can we help? Garogu had an idea, but it was terrible. Then I had a better idea. Regain some brains by not listening to idea. Ask what Garogo's idea was anyways. I was gonna have you lie down, then I was gonna run back and forth on your back. It's called a massacre. Massage. It's called a massage. I thought about what Sloggoth would do. Ah? So, here you go, boss. Garogo dumps the bag on the ground. An adolescent farmer rolls out of the bag, holding his bruised and battered head. Take a look. We heard that said about you, how afraid he was of you, how he messed with you. But he got a lot faster, and he looks like... that he looks, but he's a lot faster than he looks. We couldn't catch him. So we brought you the next best thing, his partner from the trough. What's happening? Now you can eat Ut's partner and feel better again because of us. Snargle and Garoku watch you, both smiling as hard as they can. Glump looks around, blinking. He shakes his head and tries to rise, but Garogu pushes him down again. He looks delicious. Tell them to take Glump home and explain why. Eating an adolescent can help me get stronger, so eat Glump. Tell the Hammers, no, we do not eat farmers. Tell them to take him home and explain why. You explain to the two Hammers that food is in short supply. With good farmers to rely on, everyone can survive. You point out that Glump seemed to know what he was doing, so he's more useful alive than dead. Garogu nods. Snargle nods. I always said you were smart, boss. I'm sorry, boss. We thought we could cheer you up. Tell them they did their best, and it's okay to be wrong. I'm actually peckish. Bite a chunk out of Snargle for my snack. Tell them they did their best, and it's okay to be wrong. Hooray! We didn't do anything wrong. Or we did it the wrong way. We'll think of something better next time. Like bringing you a snack you haven't met before. Glump runs off as fast as his feet will carry him. He never looks back as he disappears behind the corner of a ruined wall. The rest of your day is fairly unexciting. No cries, no emergencies, no visits from elders, not even a lazy worker to set straight. The workers continue to work, aided by extra energy from Berryberry's berry paste. There isn't any berry paste available for you to snack on before sleep, but you still get a good rest. Hammer Camp. UI Gory is at the Hammer Lair. You cross the sharps without worry. Who's here that could threaten you these days? Oh, there you are! Do my spines look any longer to you? They do. Take a look. You can tell he's starting to mature into an adolescent. I think I might be turning into a coat rack. Humans like coat racks so much they invented them to live in their homes. Explain everything I know about the process and what to expect. Gory pays attention, raptly following your every word. The front of Gory's face already resembles a snout. His eye is beginning to split vertically. Everything looks funny. Support him before he falls over. Gory mumbles a thank you between shudders. He inhales deeply, repressing a sob. Gory opens his new snout, revealing more teeth than he had before. Gory blinks with two eyes, then screams with pain. Eyebrows are sprouting from his inside. Why does it hurt so much? Tell him that sometimes suffering is the only way to advance. Wait, the coat rack doesn't have feelings. Then I will redouble my effort to become more advanced. Gory's body stops trembling. Gory now stands taller now. His arms are still on the short side. I'm hungry. Me too. The Hammer has been watching the whole process from the roof of a ruined building. But you're weak too, and I'm not. Boss, can I eat him? Or part of him? Ferociously refuse Verduk's request. Verduk slinks away, grumbling. You're sure she'll complain bitterly to the other hammers. That night, you were able to eat some of the berry paste along with the scraps the hammers have rummaged up. Go to sleep. Okay. I think that's a good place. We're making good progress. We're making good progress on the preparations. We're 54 out of 100. We've only lost 2 of the monsterlings so far. Yeah, I think we're doing well. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I'm kind of nervous what happens when we actually manage to restore everything. I feel like, I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!